Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and today I have a very exciting ROM to check out with you guys, and this is VOS 4.0. This is a brand new user interface by VSmart based on Android 11, and it has been ported over to the Redmi Note 5 Pro. And today I couldn't be more excited to share with you guys what new features it has in store. Let's begin. Alright, so you're probably very familiar with VOS if you follow this channel long enough. VOS is basically a custom skin from the guys of VSmart, a Vietnamese company, onto their VSmart phones, and their ROM is very popular that the guys have ported it to the Note 5 Pro. And I'd like to give a big shout out to NeFeroN for making this ROM possible. And there's a lot of great things happening with this ROM, and especially for the version 4.0, things just got better. So in terms of new features, this is a rather early build. This is a developer build based on the VSmart Aris, and it's still in this very early stage, so things might still go wrong. But I will still go through some of the new stuff that they managed to pack in this early version. So the first feature that jumps out the most is the new user interface. Now the launcher stays the same, but once you go to the notification center, you can see that they have really revamped it to another level. You can see that the whole control center here has been renovated. It's now it takes much more user space by adding a music controls and a vibrate and mute switch to here. And of course, on the left here, there are still 6 toggles of turning on and off stuff. Of course, when you swipe down one more time, you have the new revamped control center. And in my eyes, this is a very welcome change, because first of all, it breaks away from the stock Android norm, which I really love. And secondly, all the toggles here are very easy to reach with one hand thanks to the huge clock at the top. And if you notice on the top, there is supposed to be a lunar calendar here, right? Since this is from Vietnam, a lunar country, it's actually very clever for them to put in a lunar calendar next to it, which is nice, right? Yeah, so that's the big change. Of course, there are other changes as well. Let's get into all of those right now. So, and this, of course, there are still some features that they haven't put in yet, like the promised game mode, for example. But that hasn't been included yet, so we wait for that. Also, of course, as expected, they have updated all of their stock apps. For example, the messages, for example. Right? They have been updated, for example. Right? And of course, we also have the phone app, right? Right, with of course they still haven't worked yet, but whatever, fun. Alright, yeah, and of course there are other apps, but they mostly haven't worked yet. But of course this is still a very early release, so we still wait for that. Alright, and of course, there's also a new changes to the theme store. Now, as you know from the VOS 3.0, theme is one of the big selling points, the unique selling points of this ROM, and of course this is no exception. They have really improved it to another level with the inclusion of icon packs. Now, of course, in the past, they only include the theme and the wallpapers and stickers, but now they also have the icon packs. And there's also one more thing that caught my eyes, and that is the ability to make your own themes that they have made here. And this is more, and they have made a theme that showed you how to make your own theme and upload it to their own theme store, which is really generous of them to do, really generous of them, and I wish that other manufacturers like Xiaomi could implement it. And yeah, there's also one small thing that I haven't included yet, and that is the friendly mode. Now, I do have to say that their translation needs a bit of work, but the friendly mode basically isn't like a eco-friendly mode at all. This is basically just a simple mode for, you know, which enlarges all the icons, making it better for elderlies and, you know, people who don't know how to use tech. They couldn't, you know, use their phone a little bit better. And I really like this approach here because it's really simple. It's, you know, yeah, I know this is not original. This is from Samsung, but yeah, all of the buttons, they have really made the UI felt really nice. So that's all the new features. Of course, it's still in a very early stage, so there aren't many, but of course, the promised game mode and supposedly other nice additions will come in a way. Alright, so there are, of course, since this is a beta build, there are still some cons. For example, the one biggest complaint for me about this ROM back in like the 3.0 version is that the animation is really terrible. They unfortunately haven't fixed it yet, so it's still a big hindrance for me. You see that it's still pretty laggy there. But if you don't like animations, you can totally turn it off in the developer options. That is totally your choice. And then there are expected bugs like no safety net supported. As you can see here, if you go into Magist here and you do a bit of a check, you can see that it is a big red fail, right? And as with every other OEM ROMs like OxygenOS and ZenUI, this ROM still suffers from bad vibration. I know I haven't mentioned this before, but with this ROM, I have to really mention that. You know, I do have to turn off the vibration because the stock intensity is too high, and you can't really modify or adjust the level of vibration, and the default level is super uncomfortable. And of course there are performance issues, and there are minor bugs like microphones, and this one is big. This one is no fingerprint and face unlock, which means that yeah, I do have to put in my password every time because fingerprint simply just doesn't work, and so is face unlock. But this is a beta build once again, and it is 100%. We are 100% sure that these issues are going to be squashed as the official release is out. So there isn't much to worry. Anyways. So that is VOS 4.0 beta. This is a fairly early build, so there isn't much to talk about. But we are still, nevertheless, excited about the future of VOS and, you know, all of the exciting stuff that it will bring to us. Hopefully that they will, during the beta build, the public betas, they will put in more and more features, exciting and unique, just like the theme and other, like the UI, for example, so that we can have a fun and fast ROM to use. Anyways, that's the end of this video. I hope you liked it. If you do, hit the like button down below. If you love it, subscribe for more future videos like this. Anyways, thank you and goodbye.